Hello and welcome to the Bel-E and Scratch podcast. I'm your host, Bel-E.
And I am your co-host, Scratch.
And today, I learned the dangers of donkey juice.
Donkey juice?
I think I picked that up from Letterkenny. I don't know if there's like another name for it, but it's basically when you take a bunch of haphazard miscellaneous alcohol that you're supposed to mix, but you don't have all the things you need to mix it, so you decide just to get a big bucket or a big jug or whatever, or a bowl.
Yeah.
You pour all of it in there, and you mix it with themselves. It's called donkey juice.
Everybody brings...
Yeah, like, everybody brings something simple like blue cacao or whatever. Like peppermint schnapps, peach schnapps, basically just stuff you're supposed to mix with actual alcohol like bourbon or something. Not bourbon, vodka or something. And then you just pour everything inside of this punch bowl or whatever you happen to get. You drink that. I think it's called donkey juice.
Do they add anything to it after everybody's poured in?
I don't think so. I didn't see that at that particular party. Basically, a couple weeks ago...
Ice?
Yeah, sure, ice, but that's about it.
But no sherbet?
No sherbet. No, nothing like that. Nothing fancy. No olives, nothing.
Oh, man.
No, it's just...
I want some prom punch, anyway.
And... You take it easy there, Mr. 1970-something.
I resemble that.
I know, that's why I called you that. Anyway, so, basically about last week or so, I went to a party. It was okay, there was a couple people from game night there. Basically, I was just craving social interaction like a mother... Which is abnormal, because I prefer to stay by myself, but you spend an entire year without people, even the introverts are gonna go, I want to go talk to somebody. Damn it, I think I put too much rum in this drink, but whatever. Anyway.
So was this like at someone's house?
Yeah, it was at someone's house. It was an actual house that was clean. Oh, you have... You listeners have no idea what I'm talking about, but I will get into that hopefully.
I literally got a farm, 2 dogs and 2 cats running through my house.
Yes.
And I have made peace with... There's only so clean you can keep something. But if you're going to invite people over... Yes. You're going to take the time to have strangers in your house. You can run a broom over the floor.
Exactly. Okay? Look.
I'm not saying you gotta go crazy or anything.
No. You don't have to make it look like a museum. But Jesus. I mean, here's the thing. Like you said, we live in a pretty smallish home, 2 dogs, 2 cats, but they're useful animals. They're not just loafing around doing nothing.
Correct.
The dogs are relatively big. I mean, every now and again you'll hear my dog
They're
on the podcast.
They're weight-wise.
One of them is a German Shepherd. The other, she's pretty hefty.
Who, if you don't belong in this house, you have messed up.
Yeah, you done upped up. And the cats, they kill vermin around the property.
I mean, we got water on our property. We got woods on our property.
So lots of squirrels, chipmunks, rats, moles.
We've had deer constantly. The occasional bear end up on our property. No, the cats keep the critters out, and that's what cats are for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can have a cuddly cat, but as long as that cuddly cat is not sick all the time, then you got a useful animal.
Yeah.
That's all I ask. And, there's just stuff on shelves. Things are not nearly as neat as, I would like them to be. But then again, we are filming this from the attic basement of the house. There's just it all over the place.
Flotsam and jetsam.
Yeah, there's my dance equipment. There's fabric, my makeup box. With a bunch of stuff that doesn't even fit inside of it because I do that for some reason, but anyway.
It's definitely a box.
Yeah, it's definitely a big old box, and I am very proud of it because I know how to use all of it now. I may not be an expert, but at least I know.
Yeah, you do.
Anyway, but here's the thing. As haphazard as this house can be, we still clean it.
Correct.
And some of you, depending on where you are, you may not think, well, some of you listeners might be going, well, what's the big deal? Yeah, you gotta clean your house sometimes, No, my friend, listen to me, listen. Some people I know, unfortunately, they don't do that.
No.
I can tell you, every single time I get in the frame of mind of, oh God, we live in a dump, I'm embarrassed to tell people where I live, I don't want anybody coming over, it's just messy all the time, we got animals and dust and dander, and then I'll go to somebody else's house and go, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Because it is at least 3 times worse than what we've got. And of course. Definitely now. Uh-huh. And especially now. You ain't got no excuse to clean your house up. But. Yeah, that's too much rum. Crap. Whatever. I eyeballed it. But. The number one worst time where that happened was actually last year, 2020 Halloween, like Halloween night, the 31st of October.
That was the worst one?
That was the worst.
You're kidding.
I am not.
You mean over the year? Oh,
yeah. And here's the thing.
It doesn't make any sense.
And here's the thing. You know me. I don't get out much.
Correct.
When I was younger and had a car, I was one of 3 places. My house, the school, or work.
Yeah.
That was the only places you could find me.
Well,
When I was younger, of course. Now I got a little bit other places like tea shops and whatnot, but even then, it's not like you gotta go through an entire encyclopedia of people's houses where I could possibly be.
Nope.
I'm not an extrovert.
Not really.
I mean, I can mingle with people, but I prefer to, I prefer to have another extrovert kind of tote me around. I prefer to have an extrovert adopt me and then tote me around. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. I mean,
because once I get introduced to you, I'm good. I'm set.
Yeah.
It's that first, it's that first hurdle I always have issues with. But
when I walk into a crowd like that, I have to have a motive.
Yes, exactly. I have to have a purpose.
And if I don't, then it changes.
Yeah, that's what makes people think that I'm not confident. Is because if I am purposeless in doing something, then people just kind of think I'm wishy-washy. You're kind of the same way.
Really?
Oh,
wishy-washy.
Yeah, where you're just kind of like, hey. But if I have a purpose, I will dominate a room. You too. Like if someone says to me, "I'll give you a crisp $100 bill if you just decided to start singing Sound of Music for me."
Oh man!
And it's like, hey, $100 is $100.
You want it here? You want me to stand up on the table?
Yeah, but anyway,
with good taste.
Oh yeah, of course. No, nothing crazy. So what had happened was over the years, going to other people's houses, I just kept running into that. Very rarely did I go, man, this place is better than my place. The only time that happens was at the grandparents' house, which technically doesn't count.
Technically does not count.
Unless it's like really better than your house, like that's a mansion. But even then, it's kind of like,
they're like paying somebody else to clean it. So,
yeah, that don't count.
Not really.
Yeah, especially if they're rich and or elderly, that don't count.
No, not
so
really.
don't feel bad.
No.
But
because if I had the ability to pay somebody to clean my house, heck yeah, I'd pay somebody to clean my house.
Yeah, I'll pay somebody to clean my house.
What's up with that?
Or at the very least to give me a hand.
Yeah.
Something.
Every little bit helps, and hey, somebody, they're trying to feed their kids too.
Yeah, more hands make less work.
That's right.
But the absolute worst house that I'd gone to the point where I will never say that my house is a dump, and you live here too.
Yeah.
I will never say this house is a dump ever again. I will never carry that weight in my heart
and
again.
This was from the Halloween party.
This is from the Halloween party. Let me tell you what went down. No. Let me.
Strap yourselves in.
You have absolutely no idea.
Apparently not.
People who, all right, listeners, whoever has OCD, whoever has the actual OCD, not the whole, it's like, I want all the colors to be purple, or, no. I mean the actual diagnosed OCD, where you have to have everything a certain way, like a compulsion. You're about to lose your goddamn mind. Wow. What I'm about to tell you.
Disclaimer up front.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say trigger warning, but this is probably the main thing I would do that for. All right. It was a Halloween party. Now, normally I have like a D&D night at somebody else's house, and that's pretty regular, well, off and on because of the beer flu, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah, we've mostly been doing over, virtual, but whatever. So, this is like an in-person thing. Everything is all well and good. I'm bringing drinks. My specialty is orange juice, coconut rum, and green apple liqueur.
Right. Right.
It's a simple mix. I call it the abomination because I don't know what the hell else to call it. And plus, it turns green like the Hulk or the Frankenstein monster.
Yeah, sure.
So it's festive for Halloween, I guess. I don't know. Simple. So I get all my stuff. I'm getting party favors. I'm dressed like discount Mad Max because I couldn't get a fucking shotgun in time.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, look, if you're gonna dress like Mad Max, you have to get a sawed-off shotgun or people think you're a biker. I was so disappointed, but whatever.
Huh. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I couldn't get a V8 in time. That was way too expensive, too. If I could drive a V8, I would. Which, by the way,
who's that in the front yard doing donuts around the rose bush? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can't say that on the podcast. Because here's the thing. I was inspired. I chose Mad Max because, one, it's practically the apocalypse already.
Yeah, that's arguable.
Yeah, I basically went as Mad Maxine, which, whatever. I wasn't trying to do it to be a feminist. I was doing it because I have tits. What do you want from me?
You were so empowered.
I've been empowered. Now I just had a leather jacket. That's the difference.
That's true. You have been empowered from the beginning.
Yeah. So what had happened was, I just got inspired because, Mad Max is basically the apocalypse already.
Sure.
People are, rationing out stuff because, of course. Plus, also, I discovered that basically... I don't want to get into this right this second because I hadn't seen the film all the way.
Yeah.
Mad Max is apparently the Citizen's Kane of Australian exploitation films.
Oh, absolutely.
No joke.
Oh, no joke.
It is the Citizen Kane of Aussie exploitation.
Sure. Yeah.
There was a documentary had Quentin Tarantino in it. I hadn't seen it all the way, but we'll get into that later because I definitely want to talk about it because holy crap, so many movies I have yet to see and want to see. But anyway, so the worst house. Back to that. I'm dressed up like Mad Maxine. I got my liquor with me, basically a big crate of liquor, because I'm thinking, hey, we gonna drink.
Boop.
Except I don't want to drink too much because I still want to drive home.
Back that over here,
yeah,
man.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Saint Anky.
It's my brand. I love that movie.
Mad Maxine.
So now here's the thing. I should have known that. I should have seen this red flag immediately because their house is approximately 10 minutes into Georgia.
Now,
like just over the state line.
Was it like in a subdivision?
It was in a subdivision.
Cul-de-sac or something?
Kind of a subdivision cul-de-sac type.
Okay, all right.
Okay, which immediately, because at first I'm thinking...
Rural suburbia.
It's definitely rural suburbia.
Yeah.
Definitely rural.
If you drive 2 minutes from the entrance and the exit, you'll be in the middle of a bunch of trees and some really bad curves that the roads need to be paved.
Actually, the roads need to be redesigned.
Yeah,
just in general.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I should have seen that red flag because it was like approximately 10 minutes. Out of
the
state.
The house at the end of the road kind of thing?
Kinda. Here's the thing, that's not always a bad thing.
No, not always.
I passed several rich people's lake houses to get there, so at first I was like, hey, maybe they got something kind of like that. And I started getting deeper and deeper where the GPS is talking. And suddenly the lake houses, they start turning into normal, everyday, houses. Residential areas.
Neighborhoods or just a house?
Like actual neighborhoods.
Like multiple houses? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Kind of that copy
at least there's going to be a witness to
to whatever
to the jackassery it's getting ready to take place.
So... soon it went from rich people's lake houses to a normal, affluent subdivision, kind of copy-paste it.
Yeah.
I don't care for those personally.
Sure.
Then it started getting into normal people's houses, not quite so cookie-cutter, but still just enough cookie-cutter. And then it started to go down in quality or economics, whatever you want to call it, to where, first we had rich people lake houses, affluent cookie cutter houses.
Yards are immaculate.
Yeah, yards are immaculate.
They're paying other people to do their yard
exactly.
work,
Yards started getting less immaculate with the normal people's houses, and then it started to go into like single and double wide trailers
with stuff parked in the yard.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, obviously some more than others. I mean,
that's just
because
transition.
It wasn't like a complete white trash trailer park, because I've seen those.
Yeah.
Where it's definitely a single wide all the way through. It's rusty, it's dirty with red mud.
Yeah.
There's like holes in the side of the house underneath the porch where you don't know where the fuck that leads to.
And you will see off to the west we have a tremendous view. And over here at the east is
family raccoons.
Jesse Rucker's meth shack.
Exactly.
Right, yeah, no.
It wasn't that.
It wasn't that. I got you.
It was definitely 5 steps above that, but it was still definitely like a double wide
the thing is that you had just went through the contrast.
Exactly.
See, if you would have just drove straight in there, you would have been
Exactly.
But then you you drove through the...
I drove through the rich people, the slightly less rich people, the normal people, and then finally got to the lower middle, lower class houses.
Upper lower.
Yeah, lower people.
I hope I don't have to go any further,
Yeah, exactly. I don't have to go, because if I have to go into one of those single wide trailers where there's a family of raccoons living in the hole underneath the whole damn thing, I'm going to turn around and say, I got lost, I'm going home.
Where'd all them dogs under the porch come from?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's not a...
Rocky's got fleas.
It's...
Yeah.
And there's 2 sisters think the same thing. No, I mean, that's not a guarantee 100% of the time. No. Good people are good people.
Oh, yeah. Good people are good people. But
you're decreasing your...
No. I don't look down on someone because they live in a single wide or double wide trailer.
Not. But it doesn't mean I want to go hang out with them.
No. Here's the thing. If you, I don't care where you live per se. Dangerous area is dangerous area, but
as long as you're not in the city.
Granted.
Anyway.
I don't look down on people because they're living in like apartments or living with their parents or living in a single wide or double wide trailer or even like a little itty bitty RV. What matters to me to me is if you keep that damn thing clean.
Yeah.
You know, the yard can be a wreck, like mud and patches.
Yeah,
that's fine.
That's fine.
The outside of the house can just be, you know, covered in vines. It's got dirt and dust and debris on it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But if the inside of it isn't clean, I'm gonna think less of you.
Yeah.
That is the line where I cross. You have to be able to upkeep your own property. And let me tell you something.
It shouldn't be terribly difficult.
No. It shouldn't be. But for some folk, I don't understand why it is.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I walk into their house.
Right.
You know, obviously the outside is a little bit murky. The lawn is like, you know, dead. And there's like 5 different cars. Not all of them belong to this particular couple. The inside of their house. Boy! It was so filthy. I have blocked parts of that out of my brain.
Did they have domestic animals like a dog?
They had like 2 cats. That was it.
Wow.
Yeah. They're both inside cats for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's the type of area where they eat cats. I don't know. It's the only thing I can think of.
Who knows?
I don't know. I go in there.
Yeah.
And, you know, you think the clutter here is bad. Their clutter was god awful.
Like,
they had like one section of the house dedicated to where they stuffed all of their board games, and it was a pile of at least 250 board games. You know, like Settlers of Catan, a bunch of RPG type stuff.
oh.
Like the carpets were not vacuumed, the floors were not swept or mopped.
A trend here with these gamer type people?
I don't know. I don't want to give you that impression because some gamer folk, they are clean.
No,
I just keep running into the ones that aren't.
Oh.
And there was just a visible haze of dust everywhere. There's like cat food spilled in like 3 different corners of the kitchen. Dirty dishes in the sink that had been there. Because I can still see the gnats. Yeah. There was like a grimy dinner table where we're supposed to, you know, play our, you know, spooky Halloween RPG adventure, which was fun, granted. It was very Cthulhian and I enjoyed that.
Right.
But the kicker was what had happened was I got a big bottle of OJ, because that's like part of my mix,
right,
you know?
Right.
Mix for the abomination. And like it was a gallon and a half. It was the biggest one I could find with no pulp in it.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, I'm like, okay, I don't have to put the rum and I don't have to put the liqueur in the fridge, but I definitely have to put the OJ because it's orange juice. What did you know?
Right.
So I asked my friend, the lady the lady at the house. I was like, hey, you mind if I put this in your fridge? You know, because it's orange juice.
Oh.
And she's like, oh yeah, go ahead. You know, she's really nice. You know, everyone there was really cool. And I opened the fridge. Now, I've seen dirty fridges before.
Yeah.
I have.
You have.
I've seen fridges cluttered. I've seen fridges empty. I've seen fridges where the light don't work, but the overall machine still works.
The light don't work?
Yeah, but the light works, but but everything else does, you know? Like just a broken light. You just can't find what you're looking for.
I'm incensed.
Yeah, no,
refrigerator without a light. It's like birds without wings.
I can hear the sarcasm from here.
I'm just saying, man, fix the light.
I know, but that wasn't the worst of it. Actually, I would have preferred if their light was broken. Because then I would not have seen...
Air. Dun, dun, dun.
What I only could assume was this...
It came from outer space.
It came from beneath the fridge. Title of R.L. Stein's latest book.
Or a really interesting Ed Wood work.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, dun, dun.
There was this odd black mold in
Really?
the bottom of the fridge that had spread up one of the walls.
Ew. No.
Obviously, there was the obvious, normal food stains, normal drink stains, but then there was the black mold. I made my drink not too big because originally I wanted to drink a little bit,
You froze.
Huh?
You froze.
I froze.
You friggin' saw it and froze. You're like,
I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Excuse me.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's bad.
I'm not an expert on molds and fungi. I'm not that type of scientist. In fact, I'm not really any scientist.
I don't think anybody needs to be, but that's
not
where you want to run into it.
Exactly. But there was some sort of black, sludgy mold creeping out from one of the bottom drawers into the primary box up the wall.
Oh.
And I froze. And I'm like, I was planning on drinking. I think I'm going to have, one drink and, just tote that the rest of the way. Because I sure as hell am not eating anything that they're serving.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not drinking anything that they're serving.
No. You don't want to eat nothing that they make. No. Nuh-uh.
Yeah, if I go over to a stranger's house where they're preparing
I'm hungry.
food.
Yeah,
no, bro. No, don't do it.
You better reset that thought process.
Yeah, don't do it, bro.
Yeah,
don't.
You're going to be hungry the next 5 days when your brain's out.
Salmonella is very, very real.
Leave that. Yeah, you made a smart decision there.
Yeah, no. Here's the thing. If I ever go to a stranger's house, I immediately want to look at their toilet and their fridge.
If their fridge is a freaking train wreck, buddy, I guarantee you they don't practice good sanitary habits.
Exactly.
And you don't want none of that.
Nuh-uh. No. One of the best ways I found to test how clean a restaurant usually is looking at their bathrooms. Because if they can't upkeep their bathrooms, their kitchen is fucked.
You better believe it.
So
that's a good place to start.
It's a good place to start. Obviously it's not 100%. It's not 100% foolproof, but it works more often than it doesn't.
Better than 50% for sure.
Precisely. So whenever I go to a stranger's house, that is the first two places I'm going: the toilet and your fridge.
Yeah.
Well, mostly your kitchen, but especially the fridge.
Right.
So I made my drink. And the main reason I made it right then and there is because I knew as soon as I put that OJ in there, I am never going to touch it again. It's basically biohazard waste at that point once I put it back in the fridge. No, it's cool. It's cool. So...
Pretty much.
Yeah, I made the drink. I made my abomination, put the OJ. I said my final goodbyes to that OJ. Took all my shit, went to the table, and just sat there. I didn't even go to the bathroom for the next 6 hours. Because I didn't want to know. I was already two hairs breadth away from losing my fucking mind. I swear to God, if there was if for some reason the people that lived there, it was a guy, his wife, and his eldest child that was still living with them, which they're all good people. They invited some of their friends, some game night people that I know showed up. It was good fun.
And two cats.
One cat I didn't see the whole night, but there was another one who just would not stop loving on me. It was this beautiful black cat, except the problem was on the back of the cat.
Yeah.
This was about the point where I almost shot up and just started cussing every single person out. I would have destroyed friendships that night. I was so out of my tree and trying to hide it.
Right.
People, you get in modes where you are just emotionally and mentally distressed in a way where you either have to leave or lash out.
Right.
I held that for 6 hours. So I have a world record. This cat,
Sure.
it was a nice cat, but the entire back, like the cat's back, was matted fur.
Yeah.
And I've seen like some really heavy duty cats getting their back shaved because matted fur, like, you know, that's like a good way to carry fleas and ticks.
It's not a good thing.
It's not a good thing. And that cat fucking loved me. So I kept getting worried that that thing was going to transfer ticks and or fleas on me, and I was going to bring them home. But I was like, you know, I was like just lightly scratching its head, and I asked the lady, I was like, hey, you know, your cat's real sweet. Is she okay? You know, with her back. You know, I've never seen that before.
Me either.
They said that they've had that cat for 8-ish years. And she just does that. It didn't matter where they lived. It was like some kind of genetic predisposition for that cat. Now here's the thing: I'm not a veterinarian.
No.
Like they said, they've given her medication. They brushed the cat out, had it shaved several times, but it always gets matted hair. And I'm thinking, I don't know how true that is.
No.
But basically. You know, I basically, unfortunately, tried my best to ignore this lovely black cat.
I'm not young.
No, I know you're not.
I've had cats all my life.
Uh-huh.
And I've always known people had cats. I have never run across anything like that.
Yeah, like the entire back of the cat is matted fur.
I don't know.
It felt like dreadlocks, but. You know, I unfortunately had to leave that cat alone because, you know, like I said, I don't know if it's got fleas or ticks. Probably didn't, but because they're inside cats. But I wasn't sure.
Who knows?
Who knows? Who the fuck knows?
Get a situation like that.
Yeah, that would have been the night where I completely destroyed that game night group. I would have verbally broken those people over my knee if the right button was pushed.
Right.
You know, just go, you know, full disclosure, not trying to censor myself because this needs to get out. You know, this whole thing where if they eat the slightest bit of pressure.
Right.
And I've been like, you drag me, you ask for me, come to this dirty fucking house in the middle of God knows where. Cross county lines, you disgusting troglodytes. You know, you're too busy, and you know, can't get out of your own way to clean your fucking house.
That's crazy.
Oh my God! I didn't do it.
That was the place.
And that was the place
okay.
for that night.
Like, okay, hey, let's have a Halloween party.
Yeah. At somebody else's house.
Somebody's house.
Yeah. What could we do?
Where could we have it? And that's the place they choose.
Yeah.
And then that.
And then that. 6 hours. I sat at a table.
You're an oak.
I am an oak. I am nursing. I am nursing my abomination, my mixed drink, because I don't trust the water.
Nurse the same drink for 6 hours.
Yeah, nurse the same drink for 6 hours.
That has got to be a record.
Bladder full of piss. Hungry. I didn't get up for tap water, nothing. I don't even trust the water they've got.
Wow.
No. I'm dead serious. Yeah, dead serious. If it wasn't for the fact that it was like 1 o'clock by the time I was heading home after this game had finally finished.
Right.
And like I said, it was a good game. That was the only thing that prevented me from losing my mind and flipping the table on somebody. Was the fact that the tabletop game was really good. Cthulhian.
Cool. Right.
You know, we were in an asylum, had to get out, go fight Cthulhu, you know, human sacrifice on an island somewhere. It was crazy.
Some of that old school shit.
Yeah, some of that old school
Yo.
Yeah, and that was the only thing that kept me sane, oddly enough. That actually shouldn't work, but whatever. Sane and Cthulhu, that shouldn't even be in the same paragraph.
Not technically.
Exactly. So, if it wasn't for the fact that it was like 1 o'clock in the morning by the time I left, I would have immediately gone to the nearest fast food joint, like a McDonald's or something, like, just spent a good hour in their toilet crying, ordering food, and then leaving.
Trying to find some
peace.
Trying to find some moist wipes to clean myself.
Oh, yeah, I definitely took a shower the next day.
Oh, man.
And that was the worst house I've ever been to. And appropriately enough, it was on Halloween. Because here's the thing, I'm not OCD. Not clinically.
No.
Not clinically.
No.
But that shit made me more OCD than I already am.
If you got an issue with a place like that, I don't really consider that OCD.
No.
I mean,
that should be common human decency, but here we are.
If you were in a place where you don't want to even touch the doorknob, much less sit in a chair, I don't care what your genetic or social disposition is.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Imagine growing up in a house like that. That is what creates sociopaths.
Well,
I mean, it's not the only thing that creates sociopaths, but
yeah.
Holy shit! You're either gonna become the exact same way, like not cleaning a damn thing, or you are gonna be living in a house so immaculate you cannot touch anything, even the chairs.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen it.
I've seen people that have grown up in a childhood like that.
Mm-hmm. Where it's basically, it's not even a house, it's a museum, it's so spotless.
Right. No, I've seen both sides of that. I've seen people that grew up in a really rustic and dirty upbringing, and then they become adults and they get an education or a job, and they get. I mean, hey, here we are in someone's house. There's plastic on everything.
Even the floor.
Right. Let's not take any food or drink into the living room because we have a white carpet and a white couch.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Well, see, I wondered the same thing.
You're almost
setting yourself up for an issue.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
I'm not saying, I mean, and I get it to a point where you say, you grew up in a certain amount of filth.
Yeah.
So you want everything spotless and clean. You want it to look spotless and clean.
Exactly. Dude, just get black carpets and black furniture. It makes everything 10 times easier.
Exactly.
But that's just me.
Well, the whole, I guess they, try to maintain some type of sanity. But I have been in those houses, and not to be. Hey, fuck, man, you don't tell me what to do. This is your house, this is your furniture.
Yeah.
It's your rules. I get it. I respect that. Cool. But why would you get a color that is very stainable, white, and then cover it up with plastic to keep it from getting stained? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like
you could have just gone with something with darker color.
Something with a darker. I mean, if that's your,
I don't know. Maybe it was on sale. I don't know.
I mean, there's obviously some type of psychosis in play.
Yeah, I mean, it's like having
not dysfunctional. Like, hey, a bad Monday, and they're going to end up on death row.
Yeah.
No. Just
something.
Something. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like having white. It's like having white wallpaper and white tiles in a kitchen. Why would you do that?
And a kid.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Well, you're just I would imagine, it can be this. It could almost be. You may even could chalk it up to some kind of self-defeating spirit where you're actually setting yourself up for failure, and that is within the realm of the strange psychology that controls.
I get it. No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that's out of the question. I'm just like these are very basic things to fix.
Yeah.
Just like that house.
Yeah, it's like.
Except actually, that house is not simple to fix. You got to throw the whole thing out and start over.
You should have just went from door to door until you found a vacuum cleaner and just broke it out and just started.
I am not cleaning someone else's house.
I will tell you something. You want to mind somebody? Just pull the vacuum cleaner out. God damn it! I've had enough.
Except here's the problem.
I can't take it anymore.
Yeah. Oh. No. Here's the thing.
Are you trying to tell me if there wasn't a completely plugged-in, accessible vacuum cleaner in a corner that you wouldn't have went?
Motherfucker, you want to know?
You want to elbow your host out of the way and start vacuuming the living room carpet?
No. Because here's the thing. Two things, you son of a bitch. 2 things.
1, 2.
Okay, number 1.
Sure.
With a bullet in my mouth.
Oh, that's awesome.
If I cleaned their house, they don't learn anything.
Well,
if I clean their house for them, they don't learn anything. They just see, hey, what the fuck is she doing? Yeah, because clearly, if they don't give a shit that there's black mold in their fridge trying to escape and eat their children, they sure as hell is not going to care when a guest starts vacuuming their floors. And 2, that place was so out of whack, I would have sooner lit a match with some gasoline and sent the whole thing back to hell where it came from.
Oh, that's awful.
That was the closest I ever got to wanting to die. I'm not gonna lie.
That's some commando housekeeping.
It's like you see a spider, you want to set the whole place on fire and start over. No,
Oh,
same reaction.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, you can tell I'm not Australian.
No.
Australians, they just throw that shit outside. They see a snake and it's like, damn it, Billy, can you help me get this thing out of the store?
Yeah.
Anyway, so, no, that was the closest I ever came to wanting to kill myself. No joke.
In recent memory.
In recent memory.
How
now,
precious.
I'm not talking about like being hormonal or anything like that. I don't have depression. At least I don't think so. I don't think so. But in terms of wanting to unalive, that was the closest I ever got. Not in terms of being sad or mad, well, per se. It was just the whole thing of I can't live with the fact that a house like that exists in proximity to me. I must leave this world.
Human
I have
race.
seen everything.
I would like to cancel my membership, please.
Yeah. I would like to cancel my subscription to Life, please.
Oh man, that's bad.
My free trial of Renoir has expired. I would not like to renew. Yeah, that was
that's
legit.
terrible.
Yeah, that was legit the hardest drive home because I kept wanting to crash into a tree.
I know my house is cleaner than that, but that's why I
Yes.
don't go out of my way to invite people. I mean,
Exactly.
we have 2 medium-sized dogs and 2 cats, and we
You know?
do our best. But
Yes.
man, there's
Yeah, but then there's that.
then there's that.
There's the type of filthy where you want to just crash into the nearest tree and just have it be done already. I tell you what.
You know what's so crazy though? People like that will live through all this mess going on right now because their systems can handle it.
I mean, there is a reason why the myth of oh God, I hope they don't listen to this part because I do mean well for that family, but.
Sure, no. I mean, no. It's not a sense of talking about it.
No,
like,
no. I'm not dissing.
I'm
not dissing them per se.
Something's out of bounds here.
But that is out of bounds.
It's out of bounds. I don't know what it is, but something's out of bounds. All right.
And about people like that living through the pandemic and all that. God, I hope they don't listen to this part.
I can't even fit that into my head. I mean, I don't clean my refrigerator's office. I mean,
But we don't have mold.
I can't even imagine. I don't even know how something like that gets started.
I don't know. But here's the thing about living through the pandemic, and I hope to God they don't hear this. I mean, there is a reason why the myth of the cockroach surviving a nuclear blast is so persistent.
And tilapia.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not trying to call them cockroaches. I'm just saying...
No.
I'm just saying, fuck. That's it. That's my end statement. Like, I don't know how to follow that.
No, I mean, it's...
Produced by Wes Anderson or some shit. Anyway.
You definitely, you definitely have a stronger immunoresponse system.
Mm-hmm. You have to.
You have to.
Because otherwise you would die.
Correct.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not trying to come off this as being holier than thou.
No,
I'm better than you. I just look. That was the closest I ever got to wanting to kill myself. It wasn't out of sadness. It was just rage quit.
Rage quit.
Yes. Like the whole thing of I have knowledge that. I have knowledge.
I no longer want to be a member of this club.
Exactly. Like I said earlier, I would like to cancel my subscription to Life.
Cancel my subscription.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh Jesus.
It's pretty rough.
I've been in
one house. I've been in one house like that. But it was under the parameters of I was with a friend. The son.
Okay.
His parents kept a house like that, but they didn't throw a party in it.
Yeah, you just showed up. It was just
I just happened to go in with him.
Yeah.
In his house. Oh, hey, that's Wesley's house up there.
Yeah, just like, hey, man.
It's like, hey, what's up? And he come on in. Come on in, and there's, stuff everywhere, and dirty dishes everywhere, and gnats everywhere, and we go into his room, and there's dirty clothes. I mean, dirty clothes everywhere, like all over the floor. Yeah. There's a big pile of them, and his bed is, he literally, he was like, hey, and he jumped on, before he jumped onto his bed, he literally dug out a little hole in this huge pile of dirty clothes on his bed, and then laid, I could tell that's how he got into his bed. Instead of pulling back the comforter, the sheet.
He just shifted the laundry
He
over
just shifted
one.
the dirty laundry. He arranged the massive pile of dirty laundry on his bed in a way that would allow him to kind of dig out a little hole, and then he kind of crawled in it and laid down.
Damn.
So, yeah, that was my experience. And I met his parents, and they were good people.
Yeah. We're not saying these are bad people. We're just like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that'd be my only. That's my only criticism is, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, and what's worse is that coming up soon. I don't know if it's past. It might have been last week, but there was like a party for one of the kids that lives there.
Yeah.
And I know them. They're pretty cool. We played D&D together, and it's like we're having the party at that house, and it's like. I'm thinking, what I'm saying is, I don't know, I got somebody else's birthday, that's my family.
I gotta wash my hair.
I wash my hair, do my homework, feed the hog. But I just kept thinking, like, I'm not going back to the house. Nuh-uh. You could not, there's literally no amount of money in this universe that you could give to me tax-free. To go back to that house.
And it changes the way you look at other people. Because they're the ones coming to you going, hey. I mean, you've already been there and you know what you're getting ready to get into, right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, hey, there's a party over at Bob's house.
Yeah, there's a party back at that house.
And you're like, and you're trying in your mind.
You're trying to think of something plausible.
You're trying to think of a way to excuse yourself from the offer.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also a part of you that is looking at the other person and going, "You're going back there?"
Yeah, you're going back there?
Yeah. So it kind of changes, kind of filters the way you're interacting with this person that is inviting you back there.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, I don't. Because if you don't have a problem with that place, I don't want to come to your place either.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's a very interesting dynamic.
Yeah,
because, you think. Why, and I this is one of my major stumbling blocks when I was trying to understand everything.
God, I just feel so defeated because they're good people and I want to hang out with them genuinely. Like, they're fun folk. They're good to talk to, but I'm not going to your house.
I'd rather hang out in your front yard.
Yeah,
than what's going on in this building.
I would rather be in my car and you in your car, and we just talk to each other over the phone.
Yeah.
We're just DJing with our mad radio skills or some shit. But I do not want to go back to that house.
And honestly and truly, I'm curious about how this new dynamic is going to affect that sort of thing.
What you mean with the beer flu and whatnot?
Absolutely.
How so?
Well, obviously there's just like anything else. There's one of two things that could happen. It could continue as it is and even escalate, or it could do a complete and total reversal.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
The beer flu started at March of last year, and this was October. If anything was going to change, it would have changed.
That's a good point.
I'm not saying you're wrong, because for some people that is correct.
Well, if it stays the same and escalates, then it's not going to be good for anybody.
That's exactly why I say just set the house on fire to start over.
Bulldozer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I don't know how I'm going to eat tonight. Now I'm going back over that. Jesus Christ. Good thing I actually made alcohol for this particular podcast. I usually don't do that, but this time I did. It's a mixed drink, guys. Shut up. I don't care.
Anyway.
Yeah, I did.
Interesting week.
Yeah. Wait, what happened with you?
Me?
Yeah, you said it was an interesting week. What happened with you?
I just worked.
Oh, okay. I did too. But...
stock market wise.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Look, there's really not a whole lot with the Wall Street bets situation, except the fact that we got crushed.
Oh yeah.
Which I knew was going to happen regardless. Because some of these people are like, we're doing it to stick it to the hedge funds. And I kept thinking, okay, two things. One, we cannot possibly keep this forever.
No.
We might change tactics. We might change, actual stock bonds.
Right.
Or, actual stocks, instead of GameStop, go to something else.
Right.
Sure, which I have no problem with that. Like I said, I'm with Wall Street bets until they shut down. Because you get enough people to pump something up, I'm going to make a profit off of it. But then, and the second thing is that, okay, so we're sticking it to the heads that short stocks. But what about the folk that do the long game stuff? What do we do with them? Because they definitely profited off of GameStop.
Yeah.
And they did. Which, whatever.
Once you drove the price up.
Yeah, once you drove the price up. But then again, that's not really a complete defeat because, not to get too into it, I don't really want to talk about the second guy. There's a reason why we look at Warren Buffett as being the good guy investor, and there's a reason why there's a particular short-term investor that...
Oh, is that the guy that's been in the news?
No, not deep fucking value.
No, not him.
What are you talking about?
Some guy in a suit that's been on the... They normally don't talk to short traders.
Uh-huh.
But they had some guy... I saw his articles for about 2 days.
I don't know about him.
It went away.
No. Okay. I'm talking about, there's a reason why in trading Warren Buffett is considered the good guy. and the guy that cleaned out the British pound. I don't want to say his name.
No.
I do not want to utter this man's name.
No.
It's like, it would be like Gandalf speaking Mordor in,
Absolutely.
in, that, Rivendell, I believe is where it was. Where
I'm not saying that the guy's evil, but he's evil.
Exactly. There's a reason. There's a definite difference between Warren Buffett and he who we will shut the fuck up about. That fucker is a raider.
He is a New Testament currency money changer.
He's basically
like the reason
he's
that
like
Jesus, the reason that Jesus trashed the temple.
Yeah.
Before he was arrested and
obviously
and tortured and crucified.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he is a money changer.
Which that will be a
dangerous money changer.
Yeah.
Yes.
That obviously that whole Jesus thing will be a paywall
absolutely.
podcast.
And it'll be fucking brilliant, man.
Oh,
it'll
yeah.
Be great. It'll be great. Trust me.
But
yeah. He's bad news.
I don't want to say his name because it's like I said, it's like Gandalf speaking Mordor. Like,
and I'm not saying he's doing. I mean, as far as I understand, what he's doing is completely legal. So hey,
it's because they made it legal so he could do it. But whatever. I don't want to. I don't want to talk about. No.
I don't want to get into that.
I feel the air being poisoned around me as I speak on this person.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why technically long trading stock investors are quote unquote the good guys.
Yeah, and I think and one thing that
because they're not trying to tombstone pile drive businesses directly into the dirt.
Right.
Well, I mean they could theoretically.
Well, they said something this past week that I have been waiting for this currency trader whom we don't speak of.
Mm-hmm.
That I have been saying about is I have been saying this about people at short traders and if it's legal, hey, who am I to say? But here's the thing: when somebody when a trader of that level, like the one we do not speak of, when they make a short trade that big, okay, here's the thing: say the part of your the percentage of your position. Mm-hmm. Let's just say $100 million. Let's just say you short.
Give or take, yeah.
Let's just say you use of all your assets, you use $100 million to short the British pound. All right. Now, if that British pound decreases in value the way that you are planning, you could make $1 billion.
And he did.
And here's the thing: if your position is $100 billion, and you spend another $100 billion to help that position succeed, then once you cash in, you make $800 billion.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? What I've been trying.
That's how Forex works.
That's exactly right. I've been trying to tell people for the last decade, based on the political party that supports this fellow, that is involved with this fellow, that he takes a position.
Yeah.
And then he spends money.
Excuse me. Sorry.
He spends money to make that position take place.
Yes.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you?
And he still profits. And that's what people don't understand. They don't understand that what this guy does is, it isn't just that he's some innocent dude in a suit and tie and an office that he puts in a position based on whatever trading platform software is on his computer in his office. And then he goes on to the next day and pulls out the Wall Street Journal and begins to read through it. No. This type of person, with the type of hedge fund that he has, these guys are raiders. They are pirates. They make a position.
Gordon Gekko, if you will.
Absolutely, it is Gordon Gekko. In
real life,
and I am sorry for this completely overplayed analogy and statement. He is Gordon Gekko on steroids. he not only makes the position, but he spends money in the millions, hundreds of millions. He spends the money to make this position take place.
Exactly.
Okay.
Which can be construed as sabotage.
Well, I guess it's legal.
Especially where Forex is consumed.
Especially where, and if you
concerned.
Concerned, and if you, and he did this at least 8 years ago. At least 8 years ago, maybe 10, where he literally got control of the American press. He spent at least $100 million.
Yeah, keep talking. The drink just hit me real hard. Jesus. You don't take my drink away. I'll give you a little bit.
He has spent at least $100 million.
There you go.
And trying to shore up his bets, and that's what people don't understand. You think it's you hear his name getting tossed around, and you mock people that have a problem with him. But what you don't understand is this guy is a ravager.
Yeah.
He does not care about political party. He does not care about nationalism. He does not care about ethnicity. He does not care about creed. He does not care about race. He cares about profit. And he will burn you down
to see that profit come through.
To see that profit come through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, people my age and younger want to be mad at capitalism. No, be mad at people like him, where at the end of the day, win, lose, or draw.
He's a destroyer.
Exactly.
He's a destroyer. Okay. And I'm not saying that
locust.
He is absolutely a locust. Okay.
Hence why we don't say his name.
Oh, he's a nation.
Because I guarantee you say his name.
He's a nation killer.
Yeah, exactly. I guarantee you say his name is somewhere, somehow, there's like an algorithm
I guarantee, absolutely.
in the internet that locates his paw prints.
Right.
And traces it back to some data center, and it's like, they're talking about this dude. Shut it down.
People say, oh, you don't know. No, yeah, I do know.
Shut your mouth, Phil.
Because the problem, the situation is that people, he isn't doing anything new.
No. I will say that. What
he is doing is on a global scale.
Exactly. That's the difference.
That's it. That's all it is.
There is nothing new under the sun. No. He just does it way better than you.
Yeah, he's just got more money.
And it pisses me off because I guarantee you, if I was in the same position, I'd do it too. If I had the same connections, knowledge, and ability, I'd probably do it too. Yeah. Yeah.
No.
I get it. I understand, and to a degree I respect the notion of pure money-making capitalism. Sure. No constrained morality, no ethical check, nothing. I respect that to a degree, but then here's the thing. In order for me to fully respect and embrace that, I would have to lose my conscience, I know people throw this verse around. I don't remember where it's from. I know it's from the New Testament. What should profit a man should he gain the world and lose his soul?
Right.
There's a reason that, I know people toss that around, but there's a reason why that has still stood the testament of time. And
it always will.
And it always will.
It always will.
You gain the world, but you lose yourself by doing so. And so, really, what has happened to you? You're not happy at the end of the day.
No, not really.
It's like Sith Lords. The reason why the dark side makes you look all ugly is because it's basically a representation of the hollow emptiness inside of yourself.
Right. Because everything you do is ultimately just self-serving.
Exactly. And you can't fill that hole, that void inside yourself, and you just keep going out and doing these horrible things to satisfy this.
The more people, the more things that you destroy along that path.
Uh-huh. It takes its toll on you.
It takes its toll on you.
Whether you acknowledge that it will or won't.
That's a universal. It doesn't have anything to do with my belief system. No, that's just
it seems to be universal.
It seems to be universal.
You know, either it makes you feel guilty or it just makes you feel empty.
Yeah.
And those are not exactly the same thing.
No.
Because having remorse, you know, it torments you, but if you just feel hollow and empty by destroying things of that, at least, especially of that magnitude, I mean, you can't even derive any sort of satisfaction from not even small things like eating your favorite food or a favorite drink or talking to your favorite person.
Yeah.
It's just nothing. It's like sand.
Motivates people after they get to a certain point.
Yeah, it's like it's nothingness.
Yeah.
I need to. God, it's been so long since I've had a drink. I'm getting all philosophical. At least I'm not screaming about the wall again.
True.
Yeah. But yeah, I just this was a fucking weird podcast. We're not got like 30 minutes to go ish. We went for
Wall Street bets. Anyway.
Need to be turned off and then back on again. Shut up.
All right.
No, I mean, we still got like 30 minutes-ish to go. I'm just like, I spent like about 45 minutes talking about a damn house that traumatized me to the point where I wanted to commit seppuku. And then we're talking about like the philosophical ramifications of globally shortening Forex trading. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's the type of entertainment we provide people. Tell your friends and family. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, get in line with the rest of them.
Like, I wanted to start more things on more platforms. It's just, I'm just busy because all I do is work.
Well.
And watch anime, but I still have to work and throw boxes around. And my supervisor's gonna be supervising us this week.
Oh boy.
And I hate it because, you know, it's just something I can never get my head around. Like, the best way to decrease productivity in the workplace is to have your supervisor / boss or whoever this is for you on top of you.
Yeah, it does gum up the process a little bit.
Makes
everybody so.
Everyone's paranoid.
And,
everyone's having a bad time because one slip up and suddenly you're getting written up or disciplined or you're fired or whatever.
Yeah, nobody wants to deal with that.
No. Back at my retail job, the area manager, he lived in the next county over.
Yeah.
And there's a particular store he would basically, quote unquote, hang out at.
Right. Store?
Yeah, retail.
Alright.
So he basically would just chill there, like that'd be the main place he would kind of inspect, quote unquote, but he practically just lived there because that was just his store. It was because he was in that county.
Right.
Excuse me. But here's the thing. A process that would take my store about 30 minutes to an hour to do.
Yeah.
He was such a pain in the ass at that particular store where he lived. That process would be stretched over 2 days. Something that's supposed to take an hour at most, 2 days for them to do because he's standing on top of them, micromanaging every small, minute movement.
That'll happen.
And that taught me immediately is like, oh, well, that's just a surefire way to increase productivity. Just stand on people's throats as they do their job.
Well, I mean, you can see usually early on the motive of someone in that position.
Mm-hmm.
You can figure out, and it doesn't take very long.
Mm-hmm.
Are they interested in the success of the entire operation? Or are they interested in being the one?
You power tripping bro kind of thing?
Power tripping bro.
Yeah.
And they get very... What's so crazy about it is they're so caught up in their own magnanimous appearances,
Yeah.
interaction with people.
They're so caught up in their own power and position.
In their own power position that they don't see what they are hindering.
Exactly.
Yeah. And someone who is truly interested in the success of the entire process, I believe that comes across very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I think people who work under them, I believe they pick up on it quickly.
Uh-huh.
And
yeah, this is why where I work currently, my boss, he's a good guy. His whole thing is that, show up relatively on time, leave relatively on time. If you need to go to the bank, that's fine. If you need to fix your car, that's fine. You just gotta let him know.
Right.
Like, you can look at your phone all day. As long as your work gets done in a timely fashion, in a correct fashion, he don't care. Supervisors don't play that game.
Right.
Like, no phone, no leaving, no kidding.
No kidding.
No, I respect the mentality of you hit the time clock,
then
that's your job. I respect that, because I believe in that.
Sure,
but
I do
then,
too.
here's the thing, if there's nothing to do, don't give me bitch work to do. And that's one reason.
I hate that.
And that's exactly what happens.
I hate that.
It's like, this place is clean and spotless and all the boxes are on the dock. I need you to sweep the dock. Fuck you and the dock.
Right.
No.
Busy work.
Yeah, don't give me bitch work.
Yeah.
That just drives me up a damn wall.
Yeah, it does me too.
I can't play my Bluetooth boombox in the warehouse. I'm just blasting "Welcome to the Jungle" so the neighbors can hear me.
Right.
Can't have that no more.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this. Now that
no fun is allowed.
What's going on with the beer flu? They're really going to clamp down on a lot of the freelance type of stuff.
Ugh, which sucks.
Which sucks. Anything that made the job really fun.
Yeah. Yeah, anything that made the job not just fun, but also made people want to show up.
Right.
That's the key thing is, hey, look. Yes, I got my Bluetooth box. It's right here. It's right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my Bluetooth box that I'm basically just gonna put right there for the next week. People in the other room, they can put their headphones in. They don't have to listen to me just blast my weird synth wave, Cockatow Twins bullshit. Oh, by the way, just as a quick side note. All right. Look. All right. I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
I don't care if you've been in the goth scene since yesterday or from the beginning. Ain't no one knows what the Cockatow Twins are saying, okay? Nobody. So you need to stop letting that worry you. Keep running into that shit for some reason.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
I was just talking about that the other day.
Yeah. Recommendation. Cockatow Twins. Cherry flavored funk, or is it cherry colored funk? I don't know. It's a good song. Makes no sense.
All right.
But it's beautiful.
That's just awesome.
I know, you're listening to it as soon as I hit stop record. No cap.
I gotta run away.
Yeah. Anyway, so quickie aside, yeah. But here's the thing: I got my boombox. People in the other room, they got their phones. They got computer games.
Yeah.
My meathead friend will he'll play Apex Legends on his laptop between doing shit.
Yeah.
My boss, he listens to podcasts and books, mostly books. I've been trying to make him listen to this podcast, but he's just stubborn, and I'm afraid that at the end of the day, I'm just gonna have to curb stomp him for it.
You made me do it. I didn't want to do it.
And now you're gonna die. You're gonna have soup the rest of your life.
Soup through a straw.
Campbell's.
Which means soup, not stew.
No, he's just talking about, it's like, sometimes I'm tired of listening to books. Listen to the podcast, damn it!
Yeah. Yeah.
I know you talk to me a lot, but, you got the other person.
That's right.
You got Scratch to listen to as well.
Who's that guy?
Yeah, that guy.
That guy.
Yeah, I like that guy. You didn't need to talk to that guy. Anyway,
I know a guy.
Yeah. No, like one guy.
Yeah.
And 3 Kelpies. What the fuck am I talking about? Anyway, but no, supervisor's like, no fun. Fun does not exist. You have to stare at the clock all day. You have to feel
it's awful.
You have to feel every single second of your 8 hours at this building.
If you're in any kind of leadership and you don't inspire people, you suck.
Yeah.
You suck.
Oh, no. He does inspire. He inspires fear and subterfuge.
Well, if he goes home and touches himself thinking about that, you suck.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You're not going to... that's the whole thing about it. I mean, exactly what are you interested in? Are you interested in a solution? Are you interested in making... Here's the thing, and here's what's so crazy about people like that, is they would rather have this inflated ego and stress because the job is not operating at optimum efficiency.
Quote unquote,
optimum
what you
efficiency.
define as optimum efficiency.
But if you would just put the mantle down, take the crown off, and everything will work so much better.
Yeah. If I was in his position, I would be like, dude, hook up Bluetooth system, start playing some
if it helps you do your job better, what do you want to do? You want to sleep well at night, or do you want to worry all the time?
Yeah. Jesus. And think about it with the whole music thing. Think about this. It could be like a marching rhythm.
Yeah, whatever.
March to the beat of the drum. Work to the beat of the drum.
Yeah.
Some kind of tempo, because some people need a tempo. I need a tempo.
Some people need it, yeah.
Yeah. I dance as a hobby. I wanted to make it a living, but no.
Then came the beer flu.
I haven't given up on it, but still, I need something.
Yeah.
Because all I do is just pack boxes all day and yell at people across from the internet. Yeah. Yeah, if there is a definite difference between this job and the retail job, it's in retail you have to stop yourself from strangling the person right in front of you because they're stupid. But in this job, you have to stop yourself from wanting to strangle the person 6,000 miles away for being stupid. And honestly, I don't know what's worse.
Well, you can't follow through on either intention, so it really doesn't matter.
Well, these people work for the company. They're not customers.
Sure.
So if they screw up...
No. Our co-workers are customers, too.
Fuck you!
I know, I'm the same way on that.
I'm not bending over backwards for this dumb shit in Louisiana just because he ate one of the printers.
Yeah.
I ain't doing it. He's stupid. You won't fire him. Oh. No. There was an incident.
Deep sigh.
Yeah, there was an incident a couple weeks ago with the lady that never sleeps. I talked about it on a podcast a couple weeks ago. Yeah, the vampire. Right. She doesn't suck blood. She sucks your soul out, but not in a hot way like succubi. No, she doesn't sleep.
Yeah, not in a hot way.
No. She steals your soul. Yeah, if she didn't get fired for talking about how her workplace was, it didn't kick out one of the employees in the other building for having COVID.
Yeah.
No one is going to get fired at my workplace.
Man, that's taken down a number of people in my company.
Yeah, she was openly complaining about it on social media, the fact that there was one coworker who may or may not have had COVID,
right,
or the beer flu or whatever, and she was complaining about it on Facebook, and someone saw it, and it got back to the CEO, and she didn't get canned.
Yeah.
Because that's Not only is that defamation of a company, but she still talks to rivals who could very easily use that to bury where I work.
Yeah.
In litigation.
Something.
Yeah. That could have been a company killer, her blabbing her mouth like that. But no.
Nowadays.
Yeah, especially nowadays. But no, she didn't get canned for it, so I'm convinced. Okay, so I basically have to set something on fire in order to get canned at this place. That is basically what you've done.
Unless she's got a connection you're not aware of.
Oh, she probably has plenty of connections I'm not aware of, but I'm still saying, like, look, a company killer is a company killer. I don't care what anyone says.
True.
You know, if you say a company is infected with COVID, people will stop buying from them.
It definitely can have an effect, absolutely.
And then you lose money, and then you lose clients, and then you're bankrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
A lot of that going on today.
Yeah, no. After that, I am straight up convinced that there is no reasonable way to get to be canned. My head feels fuzzy.
Fuzz head.
Anyway. Yeah, I'm definitely tipsy.
Yeah.
But then again, it's been about, like, I don't know, several months. So.
True.
And I've been keeping a really clean diet, so it's hitting me a lot harder than it probably should.
Your diet has been clean.
Yay, it makes me happy. I'm under 200 pounds.
Yay.
But, yeah, I don't know, I've just been real, yeah, I didn't mean to bring up the whole thing at work. I'm just tipsy, and I'm feeling kind of bitchy, and, you know, filters off, and I'm trying not to say people's names, because I will call you out! If you put enough alcohol in me, I will call you out by name.
I'm not scared of you in the parking lot.
No,
okay?
I am, no,
What do you say? You better get away from me.
I'll
stamp you in two, man.
To quote a very famous fictional psychopath, I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
That's right.
I'm not afraid of people. Well, I mean, I am to a reasonable extent, but yeah, it's cool. I am not afraid of people. I am afraid to a reasonable extent. Obviously, if you pull a gun on me, then Bob's your uncle. Yeah, I mean, but that's normal. That's everybody, man. But if it was just a straight one-on-one in the parking lot, you pull out of your car, I get out of my car, and you're like, damn it! You called me out, you said my address, and people sending me hate mail, and all that stuff. I'm gonna beat you into the ground, we'll whip your ass, I'll pull out my baseball bat, and probably something else, and I'm gonna be like, try me, bitch. I'm not scared of you. You're probably gonna get a couple hits in. Guaranteed. Because that's just how street fights work. You're gonna get hit. You're gonna get cut. Something bad's gonna happen to you. Because that's life. I've had too much to drink, can you tell? But yeah, I'm not scared of people. But guaranteed, you get enough alcohol in me, you put me in front of an audience, I will call people out by name. I ain't scared of you. I ain't scared of you. I ain't scared of your mama, unless you got a gun. But then again, like I said earlier, that's normal. Yeah, I don't mean to be all complaining lately. That house horror story just worked me up like crazy. I did not. I don't mean to be all.
You gonna fight somebody?
I don't mean to be wanting to be fighting. I don't mean to want to be fighting people. Honestly, just that house story just bent me out of shape in a way that I just. You know, it's like if you tell them like a pediatric story, it just kind of bends you out of shape, something awful.
Yeah,
because it's a kid.
Yeah, it's a kid.
And you don't want to remember stuff like that.
Not specifically.
Yeah, you know, I don't mean to be like this right now.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah, I don't mean to be this way. I really don't. I try to be a nice person to an extent, but yeah, that house story, it it's like something shaking off from under your car. It's like, oh, that sounds expensive to fix. Although, I don't even know what I'm talking about because, I don't know, Hannibal kind of ruined therapy for me. I am too petrified to go talk to someone outside of my family.
Oh,
yes, a third-party perspective does help. Yes, they could theoretically prescribe medicine, even though I don't need it. You're not putting me on Redlin. You didn't when I was a kid. You're not doing it now. I don't need it.
Take it easy.
I know. But yeah, that I don't know. There's just been too many horror stories, especially in fiction, which I know is stupid, but with, therapists turning out to be evil. It's like, no. Go get help. Honestly and truly, for shizzle, for realsies, go seek help. I'm just stuck in my ways.
That'll happen.
Yeah. Now, I guarantee you, if I'm gonna have kids one day, I will go see a therapist just for it, hey, just so I don't hurt my kid for whatever reason, just so I don't do anything bad.
I think
any way, shape, or form. I know. Any way, shape, or form. Just can you use just a little bit of a checkup. The dark humor. They can get the dark humor. I just don't want to. Make them paranoid about money like I constantly am.
Yeah, that's a pain.
Yeah, it's a pain in my ass.
Yeah, and I'm sorry I did it to you.
I'm fine. Here's the thing. My problem with the whole thing is I constantly switch back between the two extremes, which is, oh god, I need to conserve all of my cash. I need to, put it into, retirement whatevers.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden my brain just flips a switch and I'm just like, I must spend my money.
Right.
I want to buy the cookie. Or I want to buy that blush. Or I want to buy that palette.
Right.
Of eyeshadow.
Yeah, I know, it's a drag.
And I just constantly flip back and forth between it. And I'm just trying to take steps where it's like, okay, can I just stay on the money conservative side?
You will.
Because I just kind of need to do that. For some reason, it's kind of like a de-stressing thing, and I need to find another way to de-stress. That's, I don't know, I think I might make the boba tea the de-stress thing, even though it's crap.
Take it easy.
I know, I'm not trying to get worked up, I'm just like...
Good. Good.
This is why I try not to drink during the podcast. But anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
I'm literally just rambling. Okay, we need to stop I need to stop rambling. Jesus, did anything interesting happen to you at work? Just to change subject, jeez.
This week?
Yeah. Or just, maybe last week, I don't know, maybe something cool happened. Someone exploded. You don't know. I don't know.
No.
Coworker you hate exploded. I want to hear that story. She just spontaneously combust. I don't know what happened to Barbara.
Yeah. Jam with the barber. She makes a good toasted marshmallow.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Hershey's is my favorite.
No, I haven't really been paying attention to work. I've just been watching the cryptocurrency markets and.
Oh yeah, Ethereum is doing some weird stuff. Bitcoin is doing some weird shit.
I think Bitcoin's getting ready for a run. It is in.
We're not financial advisors, by the way. Just wanted to
not financial advisors.
If we were financial advisors, we ain't telling you it.
Yeah,
we're keeping that for ourselves.
Gotta pay for that.
Paywall.
I think Ethereum has maxed out for its current run, and it's going to have to run sideways a little bit. It's either going to build support or it's going to break down and decrease.
Maybe it's finally hit its ceiling for right now.
I think it has for right now.
Hit its top resistance point.
I could be wrong.
We are
based on the technical formations, but Bitcoin looks like it's getting ready for at least a run on its last all-time high, which was around 41,000 and change.
Give or take, yes.
And you're a mess.
I didn't mean to do this. I legit did not mean to get this way.
That's okay.
I just wanted to do a podcast. Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, what I was going to talk about before the podcast started. Okay, I had to...
We start from the beginning?
Yes, actually. I just remember what I originally was going to talk about before I got onto the dirty house story.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to unglue. I'm already unglued. What the fuck am I talking about? Alright, I had to basically just drop everything I held near and dear to my heart, quote unquote.
Yeah.
I basically had to just exit out of Google Chrome and just get rid of it entirely.
Yeah, I had to do that too.
Or at least 95 entirely, because there's like one add-on that only works on Google Chrome that I like to use on Amazon Prime, but I'll tell you about that later.
Sure.
Because it helps with Amazon and stuff. Because here's the thing, a couple of weeks ago I decided, okay, my whole journey through personal journey as a, yes I know, cosmetics, girly, whatever. I personally, I enjoy using the makeups.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like to use it as like a mask or to cover stuff up.
Right.
I like to use it to enhance and make myself look like art.
Sure.
Not per se what you see on Instagram where people are putting entire like film scenes on their eyes. I don't even know how they do that, but
whatever.
Yeah. I just mean, you know, wacky colors, looking like some sort of woodland pagan goddess or whatever.
I got you.
You know, all that kind of stuff. I don't like to do neutrals. I have neutrals, I just don't like to do them.
Uh-huh.
See, did that, clothing got a revamp, I got a trainer, doing real good with him. He's a good guy. If for some reason he's listening to this, he's a good guy.
Alright.
Trying to basically get my shit together for the past 5 years, you know.
Sure.
And my latest, let's see, it was like the makeup and the schooling, the trainer and whatnot. The skincare definitely helped. Got a lot of that skincare and I love it.
Yep.
So the latest thing has been perfume. You know, because I like it. But I never had the ability to obtain anything like that before. So as I'm, doing research, it's like, oh, what do I actually like? What would work with me? You know, yada, yada, yada. Samples here, samples there, all this girly stuff. And for the past 3 weeks, I'm for realsies, 3 solid weeks. As I'm doing research, as I'm looking at websites, as I'm looking for samples.
Yeah.
Because you always want to sample a cologne or perfume before you get it.
I recommend it.
Yeah, you don't want to buy like some sort of name brand cologne.
No, you don't.
And then you get it and it smells like ass.
And it just sits in on a shelf.
Yeah, and you just wasted $80
Yeah,
or something
true.
like that.
That's true.
You always want to get samples and then maybe work up to a travel size and then you commit. You know?
Yeah, don't buy a name, don't buy
No.
an image. Try it out.
Yeah, I got lucky with some of the perfumes I got. You know, I don't want to name names because we're not sponsored, but I got heckin' lucky with some of the stuff I have on my armoire, as it were, or boudoir. I don't know words. I'm not really competent right now, but here's the thing, as I'm doing research, I'm trying to find samples, because, a lot of hot stuff right now, looking back into, there is one perfume brand I will talk about, Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab. If you haven't heard of them, check them out.
It's not like you can forget that name.
Exactly. Check them out, B-Pal. They got some cool stuff. I always loved their stuff. But, just
Phoenix Alchemy Lab.
Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab. My personal favorite is O. And embalming fluid. It is not actual formaldehyde. It's just what they call it. It's like lemon and some stuff. Anyway. But, I like them. And as I'm doing research and I'm just going around, it's like, okay, this got vanilla, this has jasmine, that's got oak or some shit.
Right.
And I'm trying to put together a list of things I want to try. And for 3 solid weeks, I am beset on all sides. Doesn't matter where I went. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Reddit, does
Yeah.
not matter where I went.
Yeah.
I was absolutely beset on all sides with ad after ad after ad after ad after ad after ad after ad for all of these different fragrance websites and all these fragrant brands.
Right.
You know?
Sure.
And I was like, wait, no, stop it. Google, I know you're doing this, stop it. Hide ad, report ad, hide ad, report ad. This is repetitive, this knows too much, this is insensitive. Just whatever reason I could think of to throw it out there to make it stop. And it would not stop.
Right.
You know that whole thing of, companies selling your information for profit?
Oh, absolutely.
My information definitely was sold for profit to the highest bidders because that did not stop for 3 weeks. And today, I just could not take it anymore. Switched everything to Mozilla and, like Proton Mail and whatnot. I'm in the process of completely transitioning everything from Google Chrome, Google search engine, things of that caliber to just something else. I don't know why I pulled it up on the computer.
Oh, they're just beating you to death.
They literally were just not literally. They were figuratively beating me to death with all of this, and I'm just like, stop. Stop it. Jesus. Enough, okay? Look, I get Google basically is become a modern day eldritch abomination.
Yeah, it has.
But, a break, a reprieve.
Yeah, I mean, I've wondered that. I mean, once you curtail marketing based on people's selections, where's that random outside interest?
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Not only that, but you don't have to beat people over the head with it.
You're just hammering people into a particular position. You don't let them out of. It's like rats running in a maze. Each rat has its own corridors that it must run through.
Correct.
At
what point do you say enough is enough? Let's give them a break.
Let's give them a break, and let's give me a door into something else.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've wondered that myself.
Yeah, no. I've decided I'm going to, if not entirely, I'm going to at minimum 80% disconnect myself from that. That
it's gotten bad.
Yeah, that those talons of Google.
And here's the thing. I mean, is it going to be like other services, other products, other ideologies?
What, are they going to do the same thing?
There's a certain amount of people that are going to be, hooked into it in a way that this is just the way they are now.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like a horse with blinders on.
Correct.
It's just keeping you focused on what's in front of you and not giving you anything.
It's like giving you no options.
Giving you no
I think that
options.
is ultimately the end goal.
It must be.
Except here's the thing.
There must be a huge percentage of the population that actually works for.
Well, I mean, people who still listen to the mainstream news, they clearly are that folk.
There's definitely a percentage of that.
I'm not saying you can't listen to the mainstream news, but Jesus, you have got to stop sometimes because it gets ridiculous.
It does.
Regardless of what political spectrum you affiliate yourself with, sometimes it's just stop. Give me a break.
Yeah, give me a break.
5 minutes. 5 minutes. Right. That's all I ask.
Right.
And I'm running out of drink, but that's probably a good thing.
Probably.
Trying to remember what I was gonna say. But here's the thing. There was a study that came out. I don't remember where I read this, but I saw it, and I was like, oh, thank God. Gen Z, apparently, there was like a massive survey / study that happened, and apparently Gen Z can tell when they're being advertised to.
I certainly hope so.
Not only can they tell when they're
Can't be that dumb.
Exactly. Not only can they tell they're being advertised to, the usual tactics in that book.
Yeah.
That's out of print, I think. That we probably have like one of the few complete copies of in existence.
Oh yeah, that one.
That one.
Yeah.
That book on advertising.
Yes.
Most of that stuff no longer works. Well, let me phrase that. No. Let me phrase that. It works, but not in the same way that it's written. Like, you have to adapt.
Yeah, you have to adapt it.
Because Gen Z does not like it when you make false claims in your advertising. Because, you know, obviously they have the social media, so they can actually make a video of your shitty product and put it on there, and there's nothing you can do to stop them.
That's true.
So you have to be very honest, quote unquote honest, when you advertise something to Gen Z.
Right.
Not only that, but apparently a lot of advertising companies, they got no clue how to advertise to Gen Z because they don't buy into it.
No.
And that kind of gave you a little bit of hope, the fact that they have no idea.
Model they're trying to fit
exactly.
into. Yeah.
They're trying to fit the old instruments into the new machine.
New wine into old wineskins.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that gave me a little bit of hope for this whole oligarchy preying on people's information in this technological new age of 1984.
Right.
Is when people start to go, that looks like bullshit and I'm not going to buy it. Sometimes the small things like, I will not pay for that, send the biggest message, especially in a capitalist society.
Sure.
Not praising I'm not praising capitalism per se.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it just is what it is. You know, I'm not one of these idiots that are like, we should be in a socialist city-state. And I'm like, no, you don't.
Yeah, go check out Chicago.
No, you don't.
Chicago
You don't.
is the most socialist city in the United States. Go see how they do.
Yeah, you don't do it, bro. Don't do it.
You won't like it.
Yeah, these people who were talking about, all these people, it's like, all of these people who were saying that students or young people who want to live in the country that most represents their ideal government structure should be sent over there. Like, I do that in a heartbeat. No, you don't.
Yeah, go.
No, you don't. Go. Go do it.
I dare you.
Do it.
I triple dog dare you. I dare you. Go do it.
Yeah, guys, I have been to Europe.
Yeah.
My bro almost went to Africa.
Yeah.
We have seen what goes on outside of the veil that is North America.
Better believe it.
And let me tell you, it is beautiful, because it's Europe. It's different.
It's different.
I certainly enjoyed my time in Europe. It was very beautiful. Didn't get a lot of freedom, but that's probably for somewhat of a good reason. Oh, the stories I could tell of my trip to Europe, but we're kind of running over time.
Yep.
A little bit. But I have seen beyond the veil that is North America. You know, that big media wall. No, I've seen it. And yes, the sights are pretty, but I've talked to people. I've spoken with people. A lot of older people.
Right.
Because those were the people I wanted to talk to in the first place. I don't want to talk to the young people. Don't give me the politicians.
Right.
Who only know how to do one thing, and that's make big flowery speeches about how they love America.
Correct.
Don't pander to me.
Yeah.
I want to talk to the people who are like 60 and up, who remember the block and the iron wall, iron curtain, whatever they called it.
Iron curtain.
Mm-hmm. I want to talk to those people. I want the history. Don't give me the fluff. Give me the substance. And I got some of that.
Cool.
Yeah, no. These folk who are like, send me to Venezuela. No, you don't. Nope. No, you don't want to do that. Don't do it. Actually, you know what? Go do it.
Yeah.
I'll see you in a week.
Your phone won't get any service.
Yep. See you in a week.
Then what are you going to do, Scooter?
Yeah, exactly. People who, not to sound old or anything, but people who complain about, capitalism and how we need to start the communist revolution. They're talking on their iPhone and inside of a Starbucks. It's like, oh, you are my favorite type of Californian. All right. All right, I need to stop because I am
empty.
Yeah, I'm empty, and I genuinely need to stop because I'm starting to veer into paywall territory, and I don't want to do that.
Nope. All right.
Do you have anything?
Cool.
Yeah, I don't mean to dominate the conversation all the time.
You don't.
Okay.
Some days are mine, some days are yours.
Yeah, that's
days
fine.
Both.
Yeah, it's fine. And plus, we got a couple good chuckles out of this, I feel.
A few.
That's kind of my main thing with the podcast is I don't mind the serious moments, and I don't mind the goofy moments. But at the end of the day, at the end of the recording, I just want you to laugh. You specifically, obviously, but the listeners as well.
Sure.
Talking about unsubscribing from life and all that fun stuff. It came from beneath the fridge or whatever.
Click.
Yep.
All right.
All right. I'm good. You good?
I'm cool.
All right. Well, that's it, folks. I was your very inebriated host, Bel-E.
And I was your co-host, Mr. Scratch.
And we'll see you listeners next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Blah.